Welcome to the All-Canadian Reptile Girl with me, Annalise. Today is a very exciting day, in that we have just hit 100 subscribers. Now I know to some, it may not seem like a lot, especially compared to other YouTube channels out there. But to me, it is a really big deal. And to celebrate this milestone, I would like to take you guys on a tour of our main reptile room, aka my living room. Ready to see? Come on, let's go. Before we start, I'd like to say a couple things. I started this channel to share my love and passion for our scaly friends. My goal was to talk about topics and reptiles that excited me and put a little different spin on what others were doing. There's a lot of other passionate people out there sharing great information. With huge followings and reptile collections, it can be very intimidating. But I've jumped in and hoped for the best. I've learned a lot along the way, and I think my videos are getting better all the time. And I'm having a ton of fun. Hitting 100 subscribers was my first goal that I set for this channel. And I am looking forward to hitting the next one. And I have you guys to thank. Thank you for subscribing, watching, sharing, and commenting. All of you engaging with me is part of what makes this worthwhile. I can't thank you enough. Anyway, without further ado, on to the tour. Welcome to our living room where we keep most of our reptiles. We will start the tour here with my crested gecko, Night Monkey's home. We picked him up right after seeing Spider-Man Far From Home. If you haven't already seen the movie, Spidey is undercover in Europe. So his classmates won't figure out who he is, he gets labeled Night Monkey instead of Spider-Man. This was supposed to be a temporary name until we found something different, but it just kind of stuck. Night Monkey's next door neighbor is Arthur Morgan, our gargoyle gecko. He's named after the main character in the video game Red Dead Redemption 2. He's a little stoic, but he's a good boy. Arthur has been around the block a few times and has a little bit of scarring since he was used as a breeder. Because of his scarring, he wasn't anyone else at the pet store's first choice. But we, my mom especially, fell in love with him immediately. Because of his hideousness, we got him for a good discount. We actually just set him up in his new enclosure. Depending on when we hit 100 subscribers and our release schedule, you may have seen that video. If so, you can watch it here. If we haven't released it yet, then I guess I just pointed at nothing. But you can watch for that one soon. In the middle of the room, we have the IT Crowd, my collection of Plains garter snakes. I have introduced these guys in a couple of my earlier videos. The IT Crowd is one of my favorite shows. And when I first got my trio of garters, I knew I needed to name them after the three main characters in the show, Moss, Roy, and Jen. We have since added a fourth snake to the communal tank. We named him Richmond after another character on the show. We can house them together because they are one of the few species of social snakes. They are really spazzy and easy to lose, so we don't take them out as much as our other snakes. But they are a lot of fun to watch them whizzing around their apartment and interacting with each other. Like that. Garters are the first reptiles that I ever caught, and I have a special place in my heart for these twitchy, hyper little freaks. Here is the unit. We have everybody best buddy Monty here, down here. We have Agatha, a red-footed tortoise, over here. And Hobbs, our mackerel python, has the penthouse. We got a great deal on this thing on Kijiji. For our American friends, it's like the Canadian version of Craigslist. The person selling this thing runs a summer tech camp through his business. We got this thing for a fraction of what it would cost new, and he put in a free week of camp for me too. I had a great time learning new computer, tech, and gaming skills, and they had a ton of cool reptiles. This was a great buy all around, and a terrific home for some of our scaly friends. Over here is Tituba's home. She is our juvenile boa constrictor imperator, which you may know from this video right here. While she was okay with our medium-sized snakes, my mom was quite adamant that we would never be getting a boa. Ever. We had done a huge amount of research, and she just wasn't comfortable with the size. Then we met Tituba at the Toronto Reptile Expo. There was an instant connection, and she just fell in love. We took a bit of time to think about adding her to our collection, and a few hours later, she was still available, so we got her. She is the sweetest and most gentle snake we have and loves to come out and hang with us. Either my dad or me. But Mom is hands down her favorite. Tituba will cuddle with us forever, as long as Mom is not in the room. As soon as Mom sits down, she's over there for cuddles. I guess she was right. There is a connection. Down here, under Tituba, is Frostbite's apartment. Frostbite is our juvenile Motley Snow corn snake. He is certainly the sassiest of our snakes. And he has a little bit of little snake syndrome, but it's all for show. He is very sweet once we get him out of his tank. When we got him, he was less than half the size he is today. Corn snakes make great pets. They are sweet, gentle, active, and, for most people, less intimidating than many pythons and boas. Frostbite loves to burrow. You can't see it, but he's made himself a whole network of tunnels under here, which we accidentally destroyed trying to get him out today, because getting him out can be a little tricky. Sometimes, but we get there, eventually. Most of the time. Last stop on our tour is Dozer's home. Like Frostbite, Dozer is a corn snake. Mostly, we think. As I mentioned in past videos, because of his size, other physical characteristics, and the amount he vocalizes, makes us think that he is a hybrid, either a corn snake and a bull snake, or a corn snake and a gopher snake. He is absolutely massive for a corn, at just over 6 feet. This tank was another great buy on Kijiji. This thing is a 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot tank, and we got it for just $50 from a lady who was moving way up north and didn't really want to bring this with her. He usually cruises around on the ground, but occasionally he goes up into the branches, especially at night or when he knows it's feeding day and he wants to make sure we see him giving us the stink eye. You may have noticed that we have individual name tags on each of our enclosures. This is not only a fun way to label our pets, but also helps us keep track of feeding and weight. We note the date that they were last fed here, along with their weight in chalk at the beginning of each month in grams right here. This makes sure we are all on the same page on who's eaten and when, and we can monitor any changes in our reptile's weight. So there you have it, a reptile room tour with most of our reptiles. We do have a couple others tucked away in different rooms or in quarantine, which we will share with you guys soon. I would also like to ask for some feedback on my channel so far. What do you like? What do you not like? Are there any things that need work? Are there any animals or topics you would like me to talk about? Please let me know in the comments below and don't be shy. Again, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Please don't forget to check out my other videos, and as always, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and remember, nurture all nature. See you next time, bye! If you poop in my hair, he pooped on my shirt. You done? Yeah, loudly! Alright, can I go now? Thank you. Okay.